but do they know you? Are you showing them the real you, or
Yeah.
did this person not even know you and love the image that you gave them?
Hmm.
I know what you did last summer. Don't be out like you got to get so real with people and get to an uncomfortable place with a person to even understand if it's love or not.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I would even take it a step further in that I think people should do more in the lines of fake arguments just to see what a person really wants to say in face of what they really want to say.
I,
Like I really think so. Like
I was thinking something like that to where like say something to them that you know that you agree upon as a person, as an individual that you know they disagree about,
hmm
and
And
just
see how
start
they
making jokes
respond.
about it. Yeah,
hmm
just start making jokes about it. You
Yep.
know what I mean? And begin to talk about it.
Yep. When it gets to that point where you realize you touched the nerve, yeah, that's when you keep digging that. Yeah, you get to a point where you play the avoidance game with shit that you know you need to handle and you need to take care of and you need to address. And then that muscle eventually becomes atrophy. Now you're at a point where even though you want to fix or correct something, you can't. You can't. Because that muscle, that go after it muscle, that go getter muscle, you've atrophied that muscle because you haven't acted on it for so long. You haven't acted on it for so long. So now you're at a place where you damned if you do and you damned if you don't. Because essentially you've already told yourself that you're not going to do nothing about it anyway. But you want your partner to. That's crazy.
Hmm.
I mean, we coming into a culmination point of many different cycles, many different illusions, many different things that you have. Like, you've come into this realization over this 2024, coming into 2025, and it's kind of centering into your reality. Any final illusion is every bubble is getting popped so you can actually deal with the truth of yourself. The issue with the victim mentality is that you can't correct yourself because of the ideology that you've been holding on to and not even understanding that that ideology have been propaganda, right?
Mm.
It goes so far to, like, if you was a part of any generation with a radio, you might have been like, damn, I really like that tune. Gotcha, it was all advertisement and socio political propaganda on your dumb ass
It
to
was a
get you to
bot. It
vote
was a bot, my
for
man.
Bill Clinton or Gerald Ford or some weird shit. You was not ever in control. They never cared about your enjoyment on that radio. I looked up at the radio and something told me like this is a military industrial complex and the radio signals is so they can transmit military codes back and forth. And it was like, well, what's the music for? Just for stupid motherfuckers that's just in the way. Just get
Yeah,
them out the
Right.
way.
yeah.
Right.
And it's been happening since the radio. Think about how long, like before TV, everything have been a sophistication of, oh, this is an idiot. He doesn't even know how to code a computer. Give
Mhm.
him a graphic user
Wow.
interface, and he'll just use that shit how we want him to use it. Who
Mhm.
changes their system preferences? Like it's a way where a person will not even look at a phone for real like you. They'll look at it like I gotta put it all in code,
Mhm. Mhm.
or a computer is just all in command prompts.
That's a
That's how he's using the computer.
yep.
And
That's a
you're like, I don't know how to use that, right? Because you're not taught that.
mhm.
And you're not taught that because they don't even think that you're even worthy to even have the knowledge to even operate your computer how it's supposed to be operated. They're not even going to teach you the command prompts. They want you to be a slave to a system, and it's very subtle, but is everything that we're looking at. It's a way to do it, and if you don't know how to do it, if you don't know the mechanical process, then they could power over you because you don't know. You can't fix an iPhone. You got to send it to a special technician that have these special tools. Like, bro, you need to get you a fucking Android or a fucking Windows, and you need to know how to fix that motherfucker.
You need maneuverability between the.
Peace to the tribe, peace to the collective. It's the initiates one more again for that thought space, man. Before we get this live going, you know what we gotta do, man. We gotta kick this thing off with a proper infomercial, a proper introduction. So before we get to the infomercial, have the boys introduce themselves, let us know what's on your mind, what's in your heart before we start.
Sacred serpent, sacred dark serpent, I might add. One fourth of the initiates, CEO of the Flame On Shop, flameonshop.com, where you get your new tropics and all your spiritual tools and all your best readings for your life going on. We are happy to be back. It's been a little bit. We like Jamaicans. We got 13 jobs apiece. So, yeah, Ashe to the people, man. Let's get to it.
What's up with y'all? It's your boy AD. And again, shout out to the flameonshop.com. Of course, I keep my flame root with me. This is my black maca. We got all types of ashwagandha, all types of herbs. But the main thing that you really want to think about when using herbs is your diet, right? A lot of people, they push herbs to you. They say flush your system with this, detox this, boost your testosterone with this herb. But the main thing is that you need to focus on your lifestyle. So before anybody try to push herbs to you, make sure they're trying to help you understand your lifestyle around it. How to use herbs ritually, how to use them in your life every day. Because it's so easy to tell y'all to, put this in your diet and it's going to change. But if you're eating bullshit constantly, you're not working out, you're not walking, you're not getting your hydration, you just throwing shit into your body thinking it's going to change. But overall, your lifestyle is a change. So when we're talking about the Flame On Shop, we're helping you build the confidence, the courage, really helping you build your inner spirit, because that's what the flame relates to, right? Your inner self, your inner mastery. So when you on this shop, when you're here with the initiates, that is our main goal. Our main thing around that is helping you better your lifestyle. You don't have to always pay for that. You can just come here and chat, ask questions, and talk with us, because we are the conversation initiative.
And we also offer consultations, business consultations. We have moon readings. We have tarot card pulls, and we also do full natal chart readings. So if you really want to get into the nitty gritty, you want to get down to the basics of who it is and what you are and where you come from and where you going, this is where you come to get that information.
No, for real. A lot of people have a hard time, starting their business, and that's only because nine times out of 10, we really don't know what we want or for ourselves. So there's nothing wrong looking for guidance. Most of the time, readings are to help you connect with your higher self. And I feel like another way you could tap into that is my big dog's ebook, Journey to the Being, right? Because 9 times 10, really, people focus on the destination, but they never really reflect on their journey.
Ashe. And it's only 823. It's for the low. You can get it on Amazon.com as well.
Ashe. You brothers got anything else y'all want to deliver to the collective before we get into this?
Yeah. And if you are not privy to it, check out the Initiates for the Flame Substack. And we are putting articles in there at a rapid pace. And these are not just regular articles. These are things that come from a space where we actually care. And we're not just fluffing everything up, We talk about everything under the sun. We bring a spiritual element to it. We're going to talk about it esoterically, exoterically, metaphysically, and we're going to break it down and simplify it. I put up an
All
article
right.
almost every other week. So jump in.
What's the knowledge on this joint right here?
Masochistic society. Well, what do we have going on right now? What's the most prevalent thing in the world? Sex. So it's really a full broad scale of breaking down the debauchery and the masochistic nature of how our youth is acting right now. And we really wanted to shed some light on how people just love to buy into their own pain.
That shit crazy. I think part of like having a spiritual business is that people are more apt to pay for things that will hurt them more than paying for things that will help them.
Mhm.
Mm.
So it's like it, a lot of times people will just fall out of business and just do something completely different because they got to put food on the table. But we suffer as a collective because, you know, it ain't a lot of people talking about herbs, diet, lifestyle, readings in a way that's holistic, that's gonna help people. But it is Zeus. If we was talking about Zeus Network,
Aaron the
we will,
plumber.
yeah, we would be going
Dusky.
crazy. We'd be going crazy right now. So check out Initiates. I just googled it. So Initiates number 4, the Flame, Substack. Hit that up. Flameonshop.com. Hit that up. And be sure to tap in, man. Hoodmystic.com. That's kind of my little headquarters. I got shit going on that. Right now, finishing up Chakra Nova, did another successful run of that. Sunday will be our last class. And just trying to figure out where I want to go next
It's
with it.
always
I
been a
I
subtle
know I
move.
want to do another class, but I don't know what I want to. I don't know exactly what I want to do, but I'm still going to take a couple weeks off just to formulate and come. Not even a couple weeks to formulate. Probably formulate for like a few days, but still take a couple weeks off because I need to spend a little bit more time with my kids and shit like that. Go see some movies and shit like that. But other than that, man, visit hoodmystic.com. You can, if you want to still sign up for the last week, sign up. You will get all 7 weeks, all the lectures, everything included. But check out, but check out Chakra Nova. I can't stress it enough because I've been working through Chakra Nova and I've been teaching it, but I actually been going through it, and my life has changed, bro. Like I cannot even stress to y'all. Like I haven't been going live or been doing YouTube videos because I've been changing my life. You feel me? And it's just so amazing. But really getting the chakras in order, really doing the meditation work, really setting the intention, and really living from the inside out. Man, it's I can't even begin to tell y'all just how powerful doing your chakras is. And if you never did your chakras before, you never did chakra work, you just don't give a fuck about chakras, but you want to change your life, get the Chakra Nova 7/7 intensive. You'll get all of the courses. If you sign up now, between now and Saturday, you will take part in the last course, the crown chakra. But the crown chakra is just basically a review. So you're not missing nothing. Every if It's always the right time. It's a reduced price. So lock in Chakra Nova and yeah, Blue Magic. Make sure you cop that. Been doing a lot of YouTube and Instagram videos, like uploads in reference to Blue Magic, because I can't stress that shit enough. Like, if you say, man, I want to be wealthy, you might be like, damn, I don't know if I'm gonna be wealthy or not. But if you like, damn, it's just a system, and I can be wealthy if I want to be wealthy. I just got to apply a system. If you grew up in poverty like I grew up, single mom that just didn't know that, like, it's like breathing, nigga. That's what money is. And niggas say I can't breathe. Ain't that crazy? You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times we say we broke and there ain't no reason for us to be. All of the things that I've learned, all of the things that I've accomplished, I could have accomplished when I was 18 years old. Right now, just it's just a mentality. It's just a never taking no for an answer, waking up with a prosperous attitude, locking in every single day. But yeah, Blue Magic in stores, White Rabbit Psychedelics. Check that out, man. 25% off all weekend starts in a couple hours. So lock in White Rabbit Psych. And yeah, man, appreciate the love, the support. If you're a YouTube viewer, shout out to you. Shout out to people that don't buy shit. They just listen to the videos. Appreciate y'all too. Want to show love to y'all, but at the same time, we grown ass men with kids. AD, he got kids in his nuts, so you know what I'm saying. Like we gotta support the motherfuckers. You feel me?
Yeah, you know, we some strong senior retention men. You know, so shout out to the Coil Serpent, shout out to Chakra Nova. Honestly, if I didn't, you know, and I ain't trying to be that guy, but I'm gonna be real thousand thou wow with you. If I didn't read Chakra Nova, man, these shorties would been catching shots like Amsterdam. So, you know, that's just the truth. School of sexual
Yeah,
science, baby.
the school of sexual science. That's the appendix niggas need to tap into for sure. Chakra Nova in stores, man. Been in stores, always in stores. Amazon, Google it. But yeah, believe in God, trust in God. God is real. That's one of the things niggas never talk about. You went on a date last weekend. Y'all ain't even talk about God, did y'all? What y'all talk about?
You, you, you let that nigga crack and y'all ain't talk about God.
You gave him some pussy. He ain't even mentioned God. Wait,
And we telling
what
everybody,
is?
I want a man that's full of God.
Wait,
He
wait.
go to the gym, work out.
Where they do
Oh
that
man.
at?
Oh my God. But man, before we get into the reaction video, bro, I wanna. If you seen the thumbnail, you see all of these energies in Pisces, man. We really are having a major shift and a major base. Like Pisces is the ithacus. The ithacus is the original symbol for the Christians, right? Pisces represents Jesus. So with all of these energies in Pisces, what are we dealing with? A proverbial come to Jesus moment. Now, you could have been living righteously. You go into your nine of cups, spiritual miracle energy. But before you get there, you got to deal with that eight of cups. And it's like
Ooh.
pointing out where you was a ain't shit ass nigga or a ain't shit ass woman, wherever the spectrum lies at for you. But with all of that being said, have y'all seen that energy manifest in y'all day to day where people have been extra reflective and like, damn, I maybe should have did that differently type shit?
Yeah, just having those conversations with like the people you love and like you really trying to build with. Like that's the only people I see having these convos. You know, maybe if I see someone being reflective, you know, that I don't know, or someone I used to know, it's just they come back in my life like, man, I showed this fuck shit to you, you know, or it's just like, you know, I realized I just wasn't on shit. So
Mm.
that's how I've been seeing it because like the people I rap with and I care about dearly, it's like is you wiping your ass? It's like, is you actually taking a poop in the morning? Because if you're not, you full of shit. You
Mm,
know, so I know you're gonna lie to me today.
mm.
Nah, treachery.
Word.
Because what I was going to say when you was talking, AD, is like even if they don't say it, you don't gotta hear a person say, "Man, I fucked up," for them to be feeling it, and that's Pisces energy. you gonna feel it, and you ain't always gonna say it, but you understand the emotion.
Mhm.
If that makes you understand how a nigga feel, and
You can relate.
sometimes
You can
it's
relate.
like you locked out. You locked out the house, and a nigga like, damn, I wish I was in the crib. You ain't gonna see that. You ain't gonna know that because you in the crib chilling. Niggas just outside, like, damn, man. That nigga AD in there chilling, man. That shit crazy. I could have been chilling with him. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. You're dangerous, are you?
Yeah, that's a fact. You can actually relate to people today. If you see, you can see it written all over their faces.
Facts,
That's
man.
crazy, man. I don't know why the motherfuckers at work wasn't related. We had this big meeting, and it was a meeting about how good they was doing. Somehow it got turned into, I don't like the attitude motherfuckers be giving me. Well, I feel like shit now because everybody attacking me. I'm like, damn, I'm like, what's going on?
Who said that?
This happened. This a work meeting happened.
I'm saying who was saying that they was feeling attacked, like the ladies at work felt that
Yeah, it was
way.
one. Yeah, it was one of the older ladies. Yeah, because this
Damn.
young person be getting into it with her and shit a lot. So somehow that's got brought up. Motherfuckers like, I don't like dealing with motherfuckers' attitude. And then everybody talking about like, yeah, your attitude like this, I hate it. I mean, if
Yeah.
everybody say it, then they all agree. It's not just one person saying it. And
Damn.
then all you hear is well, it's fuck me, huh? I feel like shit now. I ain't a good person. Can I step outside, please? I'm like, damn, they ain't made this. Oh, they didn't make somebody grandma cry at work. She went to the car, ate her bologna sandwich in peace.
Not the baloney.
And
That's
all
what
motherfuckers can do is sit there quiet, look at her like, damn, I know how she feel.
it's it's like but I can sense it on a certain level, like where it's like I'm just a nigga, right? I'm just Kyrie, but I just be like, yo, solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, new moon, full moon. You feel me? Like I always be on this shit. Like I always talk about this shit. So it just so happened to be like a lunar eclipse and a solar eclipse. So I'm like really mindful of it. Like I'm a work with the energy. I can understand a nigga not working with the energy. So it's like I'm about to take this nuclear bomb and transmute it. If you don't think like that, it just feels like the nuclear bomb is just be like it just blow up in your life. You don't transmute or do no alchemy towards this shit. Really, it's just like I can sense how niggas would just be crazy at the job as opposed to like, yo, we really could be like having this meet and figuring out how we about to level up. But it's just like niggas is just beefing for real.
Yeah, bro. And like I think that's the crazy part because it's like, you know, one thing about Pisces that we got to remember is a water sign. So it's like one thing you're gonna be dealing with water signs is your emotions, and a lot of people don't give themselves emotional clarity. A lot of people don't understand the deepness within themselves. They don't try to understand how to program the subconscious mind, and I can get that because you can be unaware of it. You cannot really give a fuck, because it don't help pay your bills. You know,
Mhm.
but like then that brings us back to the whole thing when we talked about, you know, being woke but not broke. You can't be woke and broke.
Yeah, I don't know how much sex is going on. Like, I work with a lot of women, and like I don't
Mhm.
know. Like at one point I thought I was projecting, but then they brought it up in conversations just randomly. I thought it was kind of inappropriate, but I'm not gonna me too them. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But yeah, you could
What you
always
mean?
tell. I think you could always tell when somebody not getting none. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You can always tell, especially with a woman, right? Because like her shit just be all over the place for no reason. Like And you just be like, yeah, I didn't know it was that serious. You know what I'm saying? She fly off the hinges because her apple not in the right spot. Like you just know. Like you can just tell when people going through shit. They can't tell you they going through shit because it's kind of inappropriate to be like, yeah, I ain't got none in a while. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you showed that they gonna hear a motherfucker just at the gig like, yo, I need my shit pounded. You know what I'm saying?
I need my shit pounded is wild.
Oh man.
You just not gonna hear no shit like that at the gig.
Yeah, because
Unless it's your work, like a worker.
I guess like we are so like it's just like we live in a society. I've been having like a major breakthrough of like consciousness of like allowing the debauchery to exist without judging it or pointing a finger. Nothing. I'm just like existing in a space where it is like, damn, we just experience life in this wild existence, and then we go to work and be like, hi, Alex. How are you today? We like, dog, that's not even real. But we
Yeah,
gotta we gotta act like it's real. But it's like, where could we be honestly a human at? And I just feel like you gotta have certain spaces on YouTube or in like somewhere online, because it's like, even if you wanted to be honest in the terrestrial space, like you putting yourself at risk for real a lot of times. So it's like you gotta have a healthy outlet, which I just took use of it. You know, a YouTube channel is free, Instagram is free, Facebook is free. And what you tend to find out is like people will like, damn, you saying things that I never say.
Hmm.
But you just saying things that you just want to say. Like, you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? It's just you. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it's a problem to be you in the world. And that to me is like it's sad for real.
But
Goes back to the alchemy part.
Yeah, I think it all fits too what you said. Like the idea is putting it online or being able to have this conversation online with not necessarily people that you would know immediately, but maybe that releases some of that pressure that might be building up from you not being able to tell your closest confidant, right? Like you might
Mhm.
feel ashamed about that particular thing. So you might have an avenue to release that thing online and talk to a random stranger. And then you ultimately find out, like Hood said, these people relate to you more than you think. So
Mhm.
I think it's awesome that we have these avenues and these spaces for people to sort of release themselves of whatever it is that they're judging themselves for. Because 9 times out of 10, people don't want to do that with people that they see every day. You know,
Mhm.
work with that person for a long time, but you probably really can't stand their ass. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna go to them and be like, "Yeah, I'm going through some shit," because they probably happy you going through it anyway. You know what I'm saying?
right, right.
Yeah.
And that's the thing though,
Pro-
like earlier what Hood was saying about like people and like them not like being them. Well, that's the your personality is where the originality comes from when you're doing like a lot of these hobbies and these things out here. It's just like, you know, we all, a lot is always gonna be other doctors, other rappers, other shit. Everybody gonna be doing the same thing. It's nothing new under the sun. But what creates the originality is you being you expressing yourself. Because it's like everybody gonna have your lab coat, but how you wear your lab coat is how you wear yours. Like, and it's like I'm still learning that in a way because it's so easy. Like, do some shit, be like, man, let me try to sound like me, and it's like, fuck, like, why you tripping like that? You know?
mhm. Yeah, I mean, it's a constant work and a constant uncovering. And I've been like reflecting on like having a closed mind versus having an open mind, and how so many conversations and situations we approach it with a closed mind. And my mind have been open, and I've been like more or less allowing life to put me in different spaces. And it's just like people just trust me with just shit that I'm like, like you don't know me, but it's like you know what I'm saying. Like I feel like a criminal sometimes. You know what I'm saying, but like when you really have an open mind and you really just show up as yourself, it's like what I understood about spirituality in my life is like it brings out an underworld connection with real live human beings. And it's like spirituality is real to me. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I'm not even going to like even share that with motherfuckers in real life. You know what I'm saying? I'ma just I don't tell people, yeah, watch my YouTube channel or no shit like that because motherfuckers don't even they can't even comprehend it a lot of times what you even saying. So it's like this have been a year in these past couple of years. I guess I just been learning and navigating that because y'all have seen thousands of people come through these doors and niggas act like they love you and shit, right? Raw niggas act
Mm-hmm.
like they
Mm-hmm.
homie squad for life
Mm-hmm.
and just disappear, nigga. I'll be just the
Yep.
same nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You
That's a
feel me?
fact. We done seen 1,000 niggas come and go, bro. That is a fact.
So it's like I don't gotta do this shit for nobody but myself. And it's like I can tell I do this shit all the time because I love God so much. You feel
Mm-hmm.
me? But you can't really express that when you at work or with your
Nah,
family or
nah.
with your girl or with your kids. Right? Because they like, I want a PlayStation. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
If listen to you gonna give me a PlayStation, I'll listen to you that all day. You know what I'm saying?
Girl, like, did you take the garbage out, nigga? Like that guy.
Right. All this shit that you don't really care about, you do. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say I did a whole bunch of shit I didn't care about because that's not true. I wouldn't have did it. But at the same time,
Hmm.
I'm more like I want to have a conversation with the bros and react to some videos type shit.
Mm-hmm.
You
That's
know
a
what I'm
fact.
saying? Cause niggas, you know what I'm
I
saying?
think
But
this
go
is
ahead.
how we unwind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Because it's like, you can go to the gym, you know what I'm saying? You can like play the game, you can look at TV, but it's like when you sit back and you got a team. Like I was talking about that today, like, like I move a little different, I think different now I got a team, like I got a business, like, I represent that, you know what I'm saying? Like, so how I move shows and reflects that. And it's like, and then on top of that, like you might never know you get in your head, and then it's like shit. It's like, oh shit, like I got a team. Like let me go rap these niggas. Hey, yo, this happened. You goofy man. You know you shouldn't be doing that. It's just like when you got people to be there, correct you, let you know, and then tell you like you'll ask you for advice, but I'll talk to the guys. They were like, nigga, what your soul say? Did you manage? Did you do all these things that we try to help other people to do? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you're gonna give yourself that answer.
Little subtle reminders, but most of the time, I just love to get on this joint and kick it and laugh with my niggas. Real talk.
That's all.
Hmm.
Long
Yeah.
as I spit the game.
Yeah, and at the same time, it's not like it'd be different for me. Like I don't even like talking to niggas. Like we could be recording this on YouTube and making a clip or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to say, for instance, we talk about something. It could be impactful. It can change a person's life. But the only person that hear it is me and Ra.
Mm-hmm. That's a
But
fact.
now we have an opportunity for you don't know what a motherfucker going through. Nigga be like, let me let me tune in and tap in and talk into the chatter. Like people always ask questions on our chat, like they be really going through some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And we'll be there to answer that question. You don't know what that means to a motherfucker for real.
Yeah.
Hell
You
yeah.
know?
Especially if every avenue they've exhausted within their regular immediate life don't have a fucking answer or don't really care to answer them. You know what I'm saying? You get
Yeah.
online and some random person gives you a sincere and genuine response. That sometimes that's everything for a person.
Cause that's what he came online for. You know how many niggas is online and they don't give a fuck about you?
Nah, for real, man.
Yeah.
They not gonna open up a Discord. You can't even really talk to these niggas for real because they so fucking busy and
Mhm.
so fucking this, that, and the third. Like, nigga,
So
first of
fucking
all,
narcissistic.
yeah, before the internet, niggas was regular. So you can't just incorporate the internet and be like, I'm better because of the internet. That's
Word.
like nigga, if you don't desire a real relationship with human beings, think
Yeah,
about that.
yeah, yeah,
Your brain fucked up somewhere.
yeah. It's
You know
something
what I'm
wrong
saying?
with you. Definitely something wrong with you.
Because
Even if
thing
you go
is
into
in life,
work. Go ahead.
because thing is in life, at the end of the day, was what fucks a lot of people up. Like, so one, I said this before, but one thing I do for my job is like, because I'm a courier and I do a lot of other shit. But I'll sometimes watch the company cars. Right, it's only two, and I think one time I'm in a Porsche, right, and I'm pulling to the watch. Oh, this black dude, he seemed younger than me, probably like 18 or something. And working the car wash, she's like, bro. And I gave him my boss car, and it was like one of them heavy ass metal Bank of America cars, and shit like that. He like, bro, what did you do, bro? Like, give me game, bro. Like, how can I get like you? And I was like, oh, thanks, bro. I said, it's not my shit though. I'm just watching it right now. But at the end of the day, it's who you know, not what you know. Cause it's like at the end of the day, people who I know got me placed into that spot. So it's just like it's who you know, not what you know. So it's like if you don't got a community, if you're not building around with people, if you're not trying to meet new people, good luck trying to like really grow by yourself.
Yeah, all you're doing is existing and dying slow. If you can't fuck with nobody and cooperate with nobody, that's all you're doing is existing and dying slow.
Yeah. And it's like when you get to a certain level of life, you begin to recognize the emotions that you had that were blocking you from the systems that bring you whatever it is that you want,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because whatever you want, somebody else is getting.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You probably saw somebody get it that made you
Yeah.
want it,
Mm-hmm.
but you didn't do the inner work to align with that thing. So you had the emotion to say, I'll never get it. So let me just sit here and be mad and feel
Mm-hmm.
a certain type of way. She broke up with me or he broke up with me. I'll never find anybody else. I'll just like all these emotions.
Mm-hmm.
He cheated
Mm-hmm.
on me. She cheated on me. My kids was worried about like he got his hair cut. He like, man, I don't even think the kid's gonna like it. I'm like, nigga, I hate that you even think that way.
Word.
I hate because I thought like that too, but I'm like, dog, this little seed of caring what
Mm-hmm.
motherfuckers think.
That shit will totally derail everything. That should have you in left field thinking about what the fuck. You just like, huh? Like, why? Yeah, why am I all the way over here? Like, yep. Because you just want to be seen and validated by some motherfucker that don't give two shits about you. Yeah, we all learned that lesson the hard way.
Yeah,
Hurt,
man.
it hurts. And it's like when you realize that you're trying to get opinion outside of yourself or you're looking for someone to like blow you up or hype you up, whatever you want to call it, you really sacrificing your integrity.
Mm-hmm.
So you really got to reflect on that. Like, why do I care about what these people say so much? Especially if they're not adding value to your life. If they're not like a coach or a mentor.
Mm. So what we got on the docket today?
Man, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Where y'all want to start? Where y'all want to start with the clippies or the long joints? We got so many areas we can go
I
with
mean,
the.
yeah, however you feel, bro. We'll follow your lead.
I'm a Let's do because this was earlier in the week. Let's start from earlier in the week and progress to more
And
recent
then
shit.
work our way up.
Work our way
I can
recent.
dig it. I can
And
dig it.
for this one, I'm up to speed. and I'm not gonna play this whole one. I'm gonna just play a couple of these vids. But the overall gist of Pisces energy, like you said, it's a come to Jesus movement. And a lot of times, this is how I feel. Men will say what they need, and if it's not related to the overall goal, it'll get swept under the rug. But at a certain point, we all need somebody. And our moms and dads wasn't Victoria's Secret models. Fair to say?
Ashe.
So we need to like get off the bullshit, the internet and all this. We need to figure out how to come together. And part of this is like we need our women. Fair to say?
1000%. Like it doesn't work without them. Like
Like we
there is no such thing as one of us surviving. Like it doesn't work without them. You know what things, when you got interchangeable parts, like you can't have one. Like
Nah,
Right.
for real. One last thing is like the destruction of the black man. They say was the destruction of his woman.
Yeah, we need to figure this. We need to call a truce. You know how like they used to say like in the when they would fight a war and they would come together, they would have a meeting and they would discuss the truce. You know what I'm
mm-hmm,
saying? Gender
mm-hmm,
war. It happened. Some points got had on both sides,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
but
All of y'all had some vengeance that y'all wanted to rectify. We get it. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I'm just gonna say sorry for my part, right?
yeah, my
Like
part too.
I'm gonna
I
just
I
start
I,
right there.
I wasn't perfect in the gender. I wasn't perfect in reference to my behavior, but at the same time, I'm not going to point no fingers either
Nah, I'm gonna
because
be that toxic nigga y'all love. I know I didn't do shit. The fuck?
all right, but this is the bitter sisterhood lie. Women are abandoning the dissentering men.
For me personally, I am done with all women centered events in 2025. The women empowerment brunches, lunches, the ladies' nights, I'm just gonna take a pause. Like, I need. I think I'm empowered enough. I have my sisterhood. Of course, I'm open to making new friends, but there's other ways to do that and to spend my money. Like, where's y'all want to come in my comments?
So I guess she's talking about. She's saying, "Damn, we've been empowered enough." It's been, women's brunches, women lunches, Valentine's Day, all girls dinner, girls trip, girls breakfast, girls bed and breakfast, girls bread and breakfast, all women puffing paint,
Yeah,
twerking
I think they
classes,
fucking. I'm
pole
sorry.
dance.
They fucking.
Hey, bro,
It
if you
is
been
definitely it is definitely a carpet munching fest going on.
Oh no, man! They just casual, just coming together on some regular love and light type shit, man. They don't even get
Aw,
down like that.
aw.
No, but so say for instance, like remember we was talking about Joe Button, and they were talking about how like she was saying how you would warn your kid versus men, and you don't really be like you could just deal with any type of girl. You don't gotta really girls are safe, boys are dangerous type of shit. But yeah, that don't seem like sound advice to me. Am I tweaking when I put that out there? I'm gonna put that in a poll. I'm coming with these poll questions, so I'm trying to figure it out.
Nah, you're not tweaking at all. That it seems a bit out of balance, right? Like, why would you warn your child about men, specifically when I mean, you probably you probably got some shit with you too, right? Like, I mean, women know the shit that they have done behind closed doors, and I feel like I don't want to. I'm not going to beat a dead horse, right? I'm not going to talk about accountability. You know, shameless plug. I got an article on that too. It's called the Shadow Dance. But
All right. Initiates for the flame
mhm,
Substack.
Shout
Search
out.
for
Substack.
that.
hmm
Search for that on Google. It's the number. It pops straight up.
So
Number
so
4.
what I think is going on is that a lot of women in their lives have been, you know, shielded from having to answer for their actions in a lot of ways. And so when they get to a point of being an adult, it's not that they can't be accountable. It's just simply that they don't know how, right? So you always hear the stories with these relationships and how it's always one-sided of he did this to me. You never hear what I contributed to that to provoke him to do such and such to me, right?
That's
And
not even the crazy shit. The crazy shit to me is when you tell me that your ex was a great man,
I'm with
right?
you.
but he
What?
your ex, but he your
But he's
ex.
your ex. Like,
I'm
nah.
always the
My
fuck out of
baby
this
dad is a
shit.
great dad. Like, he rich. He's strong. He tall. He got all the hoes. Like, why you ain't with him?
He got 11 incher. Like the fuck.
Yeah. Cock is huge. Like, like, wait.
I promise you that a
What
nigga will be
happened?
like, he will literally ask you, why you not with him though? Like, what happened?
What happened?
Like for real.
But it goes back to, I feel like that's the greater accountability. It's easy to not be accountable in a bad situation. When it's a
Mm.
good situation, good situations require accountability. Hence, like I was confounded by the fact of, like, all right, since I was 18 and I've been having sex, I've always had sex with girls that had babies. And that shit used to blow me because obviously the baby father not around and the baby mama is still out here giving it up. And I never really put two and two together. And then my wife said, well, it would make more sense because she, like, don't deal with guys to be in relationships with them. She deal with guys to have sex. So she have babies, but that don't mean she have relationships. But she's still gonna have sex because that's her nature. You know what I mean? So it's just like that's really where it be a lot of times where it's like you'll never put two and two together because you always looking at shit from your perspective. But when you start to expand, you like, damn, this is a very vicious beast. This world is very dark. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it ain't no saving you for real if you make bad mistakes. Like, it just, and
Yeah,
then it's like a revolving door.
and then you don't find out until after the fact, right? Like you only
Yeah, I'm
find
40
out.
years old. Just
Yeah,
now
like
thinking like this. Like,
you don't
duh.
find
Like,
out until you get to a point where you know you can't retroactively go back and fix it. It's like, well, why the fuck would I want to know this now, right? Like, it's like you couldn't tell me this shit 20 years ago. What the fuck? Like, yeah, that's crazy what you
yeah,
said.
but I'm trying to think, like, why was the pull so strong when you knew better back in the day? Why did I get older and more like, nah, I ain't gonna do that, young blood? But when I was younger, I was with the shits.
Can I give you one?
Go ahead.
Type this in.
Go ahead.
Concupiscence. That's CONCUPISCENCE.
Niggas can never say they don't learn on this channel. Dang. Niggas said strong sexual desire and lust. Saint Anthony's battle. Oh fuck.
when I tell you Spirit be talking to niggas, bro, like me and AD had this conversation this morning. I posted that word on Instagram like 9 o'clock this morning.
Man, man, I can't. I'm lost for words, man. Nah, but that's but this is the temptation of Saint Anthony. But I always reference that actual painting because I it always hit me. But you only gonna resonate with shit in reference to your soul and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So like man, I'm telling you, bro, my shit be crazy how I just be like maneuvering through life, especially at this age where it's just like, damn, you done got a track record. I'd be really reflecting like, dog, you gonna have to really figure out who you are and what you gonna do in life. You know what I mean? Cause it ain't like you gonna keep doing magic and keep doing rituals and all this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to figure it out. But it's like with this actual thing where I'm connecting what you said to some shit that I always was like, man, this is
You talking about
interesting.
carnal lust.
But you gave
Carnal lust.
yeah, it's this is what this pic it don't say this
It
picture
don't
don't
say
say
enough. It
carnal
don't say
lust
enough.
though.
That picture doesn't say
It
enough.
just it just an it don't say it though. I'm just like, and you know me, I gotta nigga gotta tell
Mm-hmm.
me what the
Mm-hmm.
fuck, but you really just told me what it is, and really, man, like that is a truth. It's a deadly sin. You feel me? It is the worst thing that can happen to a man.
Yeah, because when
Lust.
your lust gets to a carnal level, you will never not give into it. Think about that.
You're you're not even so it's a burning building in an oasis. And you can't keep your eyes off this fucking burning
Can't.
building.
Can't.
Nigga like, man, we swimming in milk and honey. You like, oh yeah, that sound great. And you know how many times you know how many times my nigga like, yo, Kyrie, I'm outside, I'm in the bins, hop in, we about to go fuck some bitches. And nah, bro, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just I'm gonna just sit here, sit in the dark.
Mm-hmm. Nigga really depressed because he ain't getting no buns, right? Like
Really, really want the ass
really
I
want the
want.
ass because you've been scrolling all day, right? You done looked at all the ass you ain't getting, right? And you just like you tired of seeing niggas win. So what's the default to that? Depression.
Shit crazy.
Cause it's like, dude, one thing, it's like I remember having a conversation like with some females, and I said this before, and it's like they asked me why do you go so long without sex? And it's like I told them it's like because I'm a man. And it's
Yeah,
like hard for us to get sex. That's just the honest truth.
men who are not controlled by their carnal nature are different. Those are different.
And I seen a nigga that was 6'7" with fucking dreads, fucking from down to the crack of his ass, nigga. That nigga, that nigga get pussy easy. I put that on. I bet, bro. So it's like I don't think it's hard for men to get pussy. I think like we've been fed that
Mm.
Like
propaganda.
that's
You
it's
know what I'm
that or
saying?
nothing type shit.
And we haven't dealt with our magnetism, and we don't even understand what women like
Mm-hmm.
in us
Mm-hmm.
for real.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking about this shit. Like, I was just walking down the steps and I'm like, I ain't rich. I ain't every bitch's cup of
Mm-hmm.
tea. You know what I'm saying? But for sure, I know my wife loved me. You know what I'm saying? I know I've always been loved. So if a nigga get on the internet say, you gotta be attractive for women to like you. You gotta have a six pack of abs. You gotta be 6'6". have an 80-inch dick or they're not gonna like you. And it's like, I don't got none of that. And I will pull a girl from my
Word.
soul, nigga. I will look you in the eyes and be like, oh yeah, we
Yeah.
locked.
I
You
know how
feel
to
me?
touch. I know how to touch a woman on her elbow, my nigga, and get her to get real deep connected, my nigga. Like, yeah, like real deep connected, my nigga. Like, when I say yes, ma'am, to a woman, she feel it, my nigga. You dig me? Like,
hey, hey, Rod, a chick ever like scooted closer
yeah, yeah,
to you?
yeah. Do the little slow touch at the back of the ear. She like, oh gosh, I didn't know you had it. Like, feel me? Like the fuck out of here. I ain't got none of that shit neither. The fuck?
Man, we've been sold a bunch of lies. But I would just say like if we it's your mentality. It's your mentality in reference to the opposite sex. And just understand it like shit. If I know if you 6'5" and a bitch see you for the first time, she going on a blind date and it's your tall
Mhm.
ass, man, nah,
You
you
got all
good.
the
You
buns
you
that week, nigga.
you came through. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's just a certain level of just understanding. If I would have knew this my whole entire
Hmm.
life, I got my kids in the gym every day, all day,
Hmm.
right? Because they don't even
What you doing
realize
right
the
now?
key to their
Hmm.
success is their
You like Mr.
health.
Miyagi right now. You Mr. Miyagi in them right now. Wax on, wax off. They don't
You know,
even know why they doing this shit. Next thing you know, they're gonna be
they
black
don't get
belts and
it.
shit. Watch.
Like soon as they get it where they like it click, then they like, oh shit, because they
Yeah.
young. You young, you got that testosterone. You can play
That
with
shit
that
go
shit.
everywhere too when you young, nigga. That shit is endless. Nigga,
Bro,
you
you,
ain't gotta
you be up for
you ain't
no
gotta go
fucking
to sleep for
reason.
2, 3 days, nigga. You got testosterone for fucking days, nigga. Like,
Just be up.
You can program yourself to get you can go through you can program your subconscious mind from 12 to 16 to be any height you want to be.
but they
You
will
know
never tell
that?
you that in school.
but when did your brother go from a boy to a man? Remember that summer you went to go with your auntie and then you came home, you like, what's up, Teresa? You know what I'm saying? You like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm
When your voice gets
I'm
so
wondering
deep?
why you looking in my life right now, because that was exactly how it happened. I went to spend the summer in Queens with my aunt. I came back and my brother was like 6'2", 210 pounds, and I was like, "Where the
Facts.
fuck? How the fuck did that happen? Like this nigga was a giraffe. Like I couldn't understand it." But yeah, nigga voice deep as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, yep, you damn right.
That's testosterone. You could play with it.
Okay.
They not gonna tell you that though. They gonna keep your fucking athletic like see, man,
They're
they
gonna
do so
suppress that
much
shit. They're gonna
shit, bro.
suppress that shit. Yeah, they suppress it so much in most of our young men. Absolutely.
Have them in school for 8 hours and doing social experiments and not even telling them like, yo, you need to
These little
meditate and have a clear picture for yourself. You want to be 6'4"? This is your transition. You go from 5'5" to 6 foot. You're not gonna grow like this ever again. You go once you hit this growth spurt, you don't get another one really.
yeah. Yeah.
Are you maximizing that through your hormones? Do you even understand your cycle as a man, your hormone cycle as a
Yeah.
man? Nigga be like, I don't got no cycle. I ain't no woman. It's like, yeah, this is why we lost as a society.
Facts.
You feel
Facts.
me?
And it's like when you get to talking to niggas about the ashwagandha and Toga Lee and fucking beet juice, getting your blood flow up so your
That
shit can
mother
actually be a fucking rock.
y'all keep seeing me sip this coffee. I got a bunch of mugwort in this right here, bro.
And you know what's
Mm.
crazy is like, if you join in on Discord, you can get so much game on herbs. Like literally we was just talking about herbs, like uh Breeze asked about what's the herb good for the solar plexus. Like I'm sure like 4 or 5 people jumped in. So it's just like If you join the
But,
Discord, you get that free game off the muscle.
but yeah,
Like,
nobody talks about this kind of stuff though, bro.
yeah,
Now it's like people have gotten to a point where they're looking at it like K through
Hmm.
12. And so what happens is we think knowledge is a perpetual ascendant state of
Hmm.
affairs, and that's not teaching you how to build, right? You don't go to advanced home building when you don't even know how to meditate.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? How you going to talk about advanced concepts and theories and all of this shit? And a lot of the spiritual community is on knee deep on advancing when we don't even got the fundamentals. Most people don't understand their soul as a real concept that they're really progressing to, because it's actual psychology. It's the study of your soul, right? That's basics. That's elements. That's emotions, thoughts. Like, it ain't advanced, but niggas swear they
It's
are.
crazy you said that, bro. But you know, I'm knee deep into the coiled serpent, and I believe it's chapter 3 or 4, and he's talking about the more you seek gratification for your five senses through sex, the heavier you make your soul. That's that just made me think about that shit, bro. Like you make your soul heavy lusting. That's crazy,
Mhm.
bro.
And less than that matter, it'd just be like success in Teslas and Cybertrucks and big houses and
that
aesthetics. All of that is a form of
Mm-hmm.
lust.
Mm-hmm. Anything that you glamorize that's outside of yourself
Mhm.
is lusting, bro.
and it's crazy because
Facts.
it's like me and Serpent was rapping about that. It's like when you really learn how to use this energy, like you can really change your life. But it's just that and the one thing about spirituality that like really blows people's mind is like the sex,
Mm-hmm.
the union. Like even in Buddhist or Chinese, like they have statues of penises and vaginas because they understand what is bringing this in this world. They understand the keys and the door.
Yeah, well, you can't make that stuff taboo because then you get to a place right now, like we have currently in society, where people are talking about relationships, and the first thing they do with a person when they meet a person is have sex.
Yeah.
And then they want to have all of these relationship questions, and that's the part where I think is
Mm-hmm.
backwards. I think you sex
It's
is
the
a
last, yeah, like
pinnacle.
it's the cherry on
It,
top, right?
you progress to sex. That's why it's a statue for
Mm-hmm.
sex, right? But we it's not if it's the first thing that can happen when you like me, you never built a statue off a one night
Ever,
stand.
ever. And you never recover from that
It's
too
not.
mentally, like psychologically and mentally. You don't recover from that because you've given a person essentially the thing that you hold the dearest, but you gave it up first. So now what does a person have to work for with you? I already
Yeah,
got the buns, bro. Like I
yeah,
already got the buns. Like you can't work backwards from giving me the best thing and then expect me to still want to mosey around and learn and find you out and understand. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I already smashed.
I never got the part where like when people was in there, like they don't trust people, but they having sex with them. Like
That's weird. You hear the what's the latest thing? People,
That's because y'all niggas is not 6'7".
but you hear what's the
That's
latest thing?
why.
People talking about how they can have sex with people that they don't like. What?
Yeah, because it'd be an aesthetic. Yeah, it's a nature thing. It ain't. Then at reflective point, you get to know the nigga. You like, damn, I don't like this nigga as a person, of course, but you not having sex off of who the person is as a person. You having sex based off his raw primal features or her raw primal features. Like niggas, we have sex with anything, but women, they will have sex with a guy that's aesthetically pleasing at least
Mhm.
once, twice if they can, three. I mean, shit. By the time they get tired, they'll do it until they get tired of it. Put it
Yeah,
like
I
that.
met
Shit.
females that's like, what's wrong? What's wrong with us wanting to have sex first instead of y'all? What if I want to do this like on the first
Right.
date?
That's how it is. Like it's like if you the type of guy that you gotta like talk to him and get to know him and take him out. Shit, it's like being rich and being poor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like it's certain shit that rich people do that poor people don't do. You know what I'm saying? And a poor person might not even understand. But one thing I know for sure is that a rich person is never saying I want to be poor.
yeah,
That's what I do know. Like, man, fuck this being rich shit, man. I'm gonna go back to the ghetto and be poor. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? So all of that to say is when you got the leverage, you don't really empathize with people who don't got the leverage. Sacred
yeah.
City will be right
We
back.
gonna get back
I'm
into
gonna
the
play that.
commercial.
Men's talking about male centered, decenter men. You know who I'm decentering? You be. I'm decentering you. Think that all women should think like you. I'm decentering you, fake ass girls, girl ass. I am decentering you because you're the problem. For my life and my experiences, you have always been the problem.
I want y'all to know that I gave up the dating apps a couple of months ago, and I have been so tempted to get back on there lately. I'm not gonna lie, I've been bored, and I've
You on a dating app, say D?
I learned my fucking lesson. I learned no, no, no. Ooh,
You ain't got a profile on a
no.
dating app
Mm.
with a profile
Imagine,
pic.
imagine swiping through. You swipe the wrong thing. No sir. No, no, no. Gonna have somebody hitting you up.
I just I just pray I'll never gotta upload a pic to a dating site. Like I just really like what type of pic I'm gonna have to like. Oh
Man,
no!
and it's like
Hey,
and then
take this.
you gotta
Have my son. Hey,
say
take
it
this
in
pic
your
for me real
picture.
quick.
Like what the fuck you finna say? One night stands only. Like looking for
Oh
looking for
man.
fat models. Like
Oh man. Profile man. Ah, shout out to all the dudes that got a cold profile pic on the dating site. You guys are real. How's y'all, man? Is any real niggas on the dating site? You think?
I feel like it's like it's like seeing a girl's a page and she's like looking for someone real, da 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 da, trying to find something on here.
Um,
That's the closest you're gonna get to seeing a real so-called nigga on that dating site.
Hold up. Did my nigga just ask if there was any real niggas on the dating site? Did you just ask that? Holy fucking shit, bro. Let me see if I can peel that back. Oh shit. I don't
Serpent. So you on the dating? You on Hinge,
what?
bro?
I don't even
You
know
on
what a
Hinge?
hinge
Plenty of
is. I
fish.
wouldn't even know where
Bumblebee.
to start. Like I don't listen, man. I don't think
Blacklove.com.
yeah, I don't think there's a such thing as a real nigga in a dating site. Like that doesn't even make sense because a real nigga would need to see that thing. Like I would be too concerned with dealing with bots. Like what if they all bots that like me? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even think those things go together. Real nigga dating site. Because a real nigga want a real woman, right? Like that's not a real thing to me. And people actually meet
but
up and get married off of these Johns. Like that shit crazy to me. Like
but Shorty said she haven't been on a dating site for months, but she tempted to get back on. And I'm posing a question like, you want to connect with weirdos and human traffickers.
Traffickers is wild.
Hey, boy. All it takes is meet somebody up at an address.
I
Yo,
can't figure out who is really saying to like I'm a real processing heterosexual male. I'm really trying to find a wife and I got my shit together. If I can't bag and tag in real life, why would I then get on the internet to try to bag and tag? But I got my shit together though. Like my car is together, my crib is together, my job is together, my money is together. I'm ready. I'm the type of man that women like. Let me hop on the dating site because I can't find nobody. I can't. I
it,
can't
it's
fathom that.
like it's almost like the comparison that comes to mind is the simp that will pay a woman anything just because he knows that she'll eventually wind up sleeping with him. So, like you say, a person is on the site and they got their shit all the way together and they decided to go the site route to get a partner. That tells me that
Mhm.
psychologically you think that you can't do that on your own. So you need a buffer, right? So the internet is the buffer. And so you can sit behind this steel curtain, like, I don't know, the Wizard of Oz and shit, right? And you can pull all of these strings to make it look super cool and good and fantastic. And then you might end up getting a chick, but I don't know, she might be a psycho for real, right? Like, I mean, I don't even know how that works. Like, where is the trust at? Right? How is it that you end up trusting the fact that that's a real
All right,
person?
this is all right. You connecting together on a dating app. At what point do they delete the dating app from their phone? Like, but I
Mm.
can't. Then I said dating app, but it's a dating app,
Hmm.
right? And the dating app is not for people that want to get married because people that date aren't marriage minded in the first place. They're dating minded because they're
Yeah, and that's
dating.
backwards.
You know
And
what I'm
that's
saying?
backwards because you're supposed to date your wife. You're not supposed to date to get a wife.
Yeah, you go into a restaurant. It ain't people that's just like cordial. It's we locked
Hmm.
in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, they talking about bill payments and trips and shit that they actually doing together, and y'all motherfuckers just meeting each
kids
other.
Johnny
and
got
all,
started a fight at school today.
Yeah,
Really?
and y'all
Like,
right
y'all
shit
just
like
meeting for the
that.
first time, and what? Like, nah, that doesn't even. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I would be afraid that I link up with a mass murderer type chick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, if I close my eyes, all my shit might be gone in the
oh
morning. Like, I
god, like
don't.
run into a bitch that's collecting semen or some shit like.
Yeah, like
See, but see, see the thing for me though, I've been on many dates and I've been to like cribs with kids and shit like that. Like not even like kids, like 13-year-old, 17-year-old niggas like, oh, what's up, mom? Like shit like that.
she
You know what I'm
got
saying?
little
Like,
niggas in the house. Like,
Oh god, he
yeah,
shaking your
like
head and shit. You want the water, bro?
yeah, you thirsty,
you in
bro?
here, you in here to
Like
smash my moms, ain't you? You think you getting some
Oh
tonight,
man.
nigga? Like, if a 13-year-old nigga come out his bedroom and talk about you ain't getting none tonight, listen, nigga, I might fall fuck out, bro. Like that shit. Yo, I don't even know how to deal with that, bro.
it's so normal, bro. It's I'm just reflecting, bro. I'm just having like these flashbacks, and I'm just like just thinking of like you said, like you would be worried about a person being a mass murderer, and I'd be just thinking about how, like I said, people just trust me at a certain level. Like once you get to know me, I guess you trust me. You see, I like ain't on no bullshit or whatever. But still, at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Like I just don't feel like people should be out here just having niggas go through the crib because mommy thought Kyrie was cute. And when I reflect on it, I'm like, yeah, that shit wasn't cool for real. I wouldn't want that shit to. I just wouldn't want a nigga to just be kind of just skedaddling through my crib, like just passing through, like,
You
what's
ever,
up? You know what I'm saying? Like that.
nigga,
That shit is psychologically
nigga,
damaging to me.
I had a traumatizing moment, nigga. You ever been in the buns and the little nigga come in the room and jump on you? Like I've had
Yo,
traumatizing
yo.
moments, bro. I've had traumatizing moments. I swear to God. I swear to God, I've had traumatizing moments, nigga. Like, listen, bro. Nah, man, I'm not doing that no more, bro. Like, nah.
Nigga thought he was watching Baby
Like
Boy
I'm
again or some shit.
like the link up is like, but it's just so crazy. Like, just I know that it's still going on. Like, the game ain't
Mm-mm,
missing me. You know
mm-mm.
what I'm saying?
No, you not missing the
They
game, my
not.
nigga. You not missing the
I'm not
game.
missing the game. The game not missing me. It's still going down. But my overall point is that it's just nasty work going on, and I think like we really need to get to a point where we going to get off these dating sites if we going to get to a point of connecting, because I think the point of like people thinking that they dating to get married, they don't even understand the nature of
No,
promiscuity,
no.
which it is just these different dates and these different people, and it's like it's draining your energy for real. It's not as prestigious as y'all make it
It
out to be.
never is. And half the time, the sex don't even be that good. Like, I mean, I done had some good sex in some dirty ass cribs, but like that shit is few and far between, my nigga. Like, nah.
Nah, the Caribbean dirty don't make the sex go down like 5 points for real. It's just like
He said 5 points.
nah. If it's definitely times that I went to the crib at first, it was dirty. She came, it was clean the second time. The pussy's much better when the crib is clean.
Say less. Yes, it is. Yes,
Come
it
on, bro. Reflect in your brain. Have a flashback
is.
moment.
You ever been in it and see a roach, nigga? Like, come on, bro.
No,
Come on, bro. Like, how do you
nah. I
focus
got
after
hotel.
that? Like, bro.
I don't know. I know some real demons that be like, I gotta see it through, my boy.
Yo,
Yeah.
yo.
I don't think a roach is gonna stop me. I'm not even gonna lie. If I'm in it and I see a roach,
They gonna be like, I gotta
I
see it
gotta. I'm
through.
already here. I gotta commit to what I already started.
Yeah, I might as well finish, right? Like,
These days. Because y'all don't
I
tell
teach.
us. What does
I
that mean?
teach. I teach my. Hold on. I didn't mean to play this. I teach my kids that you know what I'm saying. You much is bigger than that roach. You know what I'm saying. Don't be afraid of that roach. I'm gonna be on that same type of time when I'm in
So
that
a lot
pussy.
of men are afraid of
I'm.
marriage.
as far as I'm
I
concerned,
don't care, sir.
as far as I'm concerned, that nigga paid rent, bro. So,
It's his house too. He live here too. He
word.
got a probably a lineage
Mm-hmm.
and all
He got
types of good
cousins.
shit going on
He
in that
got cousins in
motherfucker.
there.
Cousins and all. Yeah, man. If the pussy good and it's already good and the roach come, I gotta make peace with it. You know what I mean? I'm
Just
not
gotta accept
stopping.
So
that
a lot
nigga.
of men are afraid of marriage.
I might bring him some food. You know what I'm saying?
Drop some crumbs off.
So a lot of men are afraid of marriage
Yeah,
these days.
because y'all got rules and y'all don't tell us.
What does that mean?
Y'all be making up rules.
What
And
rules, Shaq?
let me put you through a scenario.
Okay.
What's your name?
Anissa.
All right. we're talking.
Yeah.
I'll leave my phone right here.
Okay.
And Anissa says, "You're doing a good job, baby. I love you." Is that cheating? Yes or no? Don't think about it. You checking my phone, and
Okay.
Anissa, your friend,
Yeah.
says, "You're doing a good job, baby. I like you."
What?
We're friends too. But you,
Oh, well, if you're friends.
hold on. You didn't know that she has my number or we're texting, and you see her and it just pop up. She's sitting right there, and then pop up, my God, baby, you're doing a good job. I love you. Is that cheating or not?
I don't. It depends on you.
Answer the question.
What does that mean? It depends on you.
Hey, I like how you got. I like how you
Well,
started the perfect frame.
Bitch, you reading my face? Like what that mean? Like I don't understand. It depend on me. Like I don't understand.
oh, I think this is getting to the point of cheating being actual sex with a
Mm-hmm.
woman versus, he's saying y'all make the rules in reference to cheating is whatever you feel cheating
Mm-hmm.
is. But then again, let's just let's just say men have sex with other girls or whatever the case may be. That's the criteria for cheating, and that's something that people get mad about unless you're not in a relationship with him and you really like him and you have sex with him and you like his side piece, because girls can play that role too,
Mm-hmm.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
And be loyal to the guy that they love for years, minus like leaving his side or no shit like that. So I don't think that there are no rules when it comes to relationships, but I think Shaq trying to prove that, but he gonna have a long ways of proving it.
They do be moving the goalposts a lot.
Hey,
I mean, it goes back into like having it their way. You know what I'm saying? It ain't logic and logic. It's emotions and logic.
Mm.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Logic is this is this. Emotion is this is whatever I feel it is in that
Mm-hmm.
moment.
nah, for real, man. Like once those measures get read with between you and her best friend, I don't know. It's just like, mm,
Yeah, let her finish. Let's see where this goes.
We're dating, and you text me, but she don't know that me and you've been texting. No,
I
see,
don't think that
see.
that's cheating.
But
No, and the
thank you,
reason why,
thank you,
but let me tell you why.
thank you. It's
Because
not.
you can't control another person.
No, that ain't got nothing to do with it either.
And
No,
also,
Hank. No,
but the boundaries
no.
aspect of it,
And
why is
see,
she calling you baby? That's what's throwing me off. If she was just like, you're doing a great
because we're
job, I love
friends.
you,
We're
that's
friends.
fine.
Okay, you're doing a good job. I love you.
Oh,
All right,
that's
forget the
fine.
baby.
I'm not pressed
All
by
right,
that at all.
but you see her answer,
Yeah.
and that's how most of them think.
But I also
And
think that a
say, but
lot of
hold on, and then that's a word y'all made up, emotional cheating.
that's a thing.
How do you know my emotions? How do you know I'm just not playing with the other side when I say I love you, I miss you?
Well,
So no,
then you're emotionally
no,
playing
no.
with her.
Okay,
Oh, so she was just going to justify her answer regardless of what he said.
did you hear what Shorty in the back? Yeah,
Yeah,
what
she
about
said
the baby?
that's cheating. Yo, is there a such thing as emotional cheating, fellas?
I mean, it is no such thing as cheating because cheating is like a concept. Like cheating is like you cheated on a
Mm-hmm.
test or you cheated to win a
Mm-hmm.
game. Cheating, your girl have sex with another man or man have sex with another woman. Two separate
Mm-hmm.
acts. A wife having sex with another man because she just wanted to have sex, or she had an emotional connection or a man wanting to have sex. You talking about some, and then it just gets this blanket term of just cheating, so we can't really analyze it and pick apart each and everything about each and everything. It's just cheating, and then emotional cheating, then mental cheating, imaginary
Mm-hmm.
cheating.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's
I,
like,
I, I, I hear the same thing when I hear toxic masculinity. You know that nigga from Charlie Brown. Whenever he talking, going wah 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 wah
mhm.
wah wah. That's what I hear when I hear that shit because Shaq. It's hard to listen to him talk sometimes, but he makes a lot of sense. Like, how could you tell I'm emotionally cheating?
Right.
Are you able?
You don't know
Are
who I
you able to
love.
read my emotions through my facial expression?
And then what's crazy is like how she insists like, well, you're playing with her, and it's like, what? Now you care about this trick?
Yeah. Mm-mm. And first of all, I know this is not going to sit well with a lot of people, especially the women, but it's only cheating when you're married. Like, we need to get that in there first. If the two of y'all are not married, if y'all not, even if y'all are engaged, you're not married yet. It's not cheating unless you are married. And really, we should change the word from cheating to being dishonest.
And then we gotta actually unpack it and really talk to a guy who don't want to cheat and a woman who don't want to cheat, and then talk to a man who wants to cheat and a woman who wants to cheat, and figure out what the fuck is
Yeah.
going on. Because we're playing this game where you can actually be in a relationship and not even want to cheat on that motherfucker. Like, you just cool, but you don't even know if you in that relationship or not because you ain't even willing to have the real conversation. It goes back to what we talked about when we first started talking on this live, where it's like you can't even open up to your partner for
Mm-mm.
real. Motherfuckers will get on YouTube and book a reading and be telling me about their motherfucking husband.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But ain't
Shit that they not even going to tell him, and he
facts.
beating your back in.
Facts. Facts. That's the crazy shit right there.
I don't feel like I could open up to him.
But
And that
this
shit
nigga,
crazy.
How you expect me to resolve
that's a
that?
lot. He had been all up in those guts. You already opened up to him.
And then it's like you was like you could be like on some shit like, well, just talk to him. They fucking talk to him, shit go wrong. They see you told me to talk to him now. I fucked it up, and it's like, damn.
I don't even care about it to a certain level. Because if you come and get a reading by yourself, that tells me everything I need to know about you. Yeah, I'm married.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then y'all both should have been listening to the shit that I'm
You
telling
looking
you.
for a reason to justify you stepping out of that said marriage.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sacred. You got a wife. She's like, yeah, I booked not even I booked a reading with her and Mystic, but you figured the shit
Mm-hmm.
out.
Yeah,
You ain't, she ain't
I,
gonna
I,
tell
I
you.
see the charge on the credit card. What?
Yeah,
White?
you ain't
What?
going.
White rabbit sight? Well, bitch, look, like, hold up, bitch, this is my nigga. Like, you fucking my nigga, and I wasn't there. Like, bitch, you lying. Like, you lying. Like, I don't even. It's over. Like, that's when you come home and all your shit is outside. Like, bitch, it is over. You cheating. Like, you had a reading. You know how intimate a reading is, and for you to be getting it from a stranger, and for your partner to not be present, bitch, you might as well got
Yeah,
all the dick from another nigga. Like, you might as well already went and did that.
because you talking about something that's not as intimate as a reading, and sex is not nowhere near
Mm-mm.
close as a
It is.
reading. So all I'm saying is, it's when you are in a relationship and you open, honest, and communicative, the love is so deep. The This is why I don't, you said if you ain't married, it ain't cheating, because when you really married, you don't even cheat. It's not even a concept of
at all.
marriage. You get what you follow the
Mm-hmm.
logic?
Mm-hmm. That's why I said the word should be changed to dishonest, because it's really a dishonest person, because you're omitting, and you're withholding information that I should be privy to. But because I'm not privy to it, you're being dishonest about it. Therefore, I don't even know where we really stand. How could I? You done told this nigga about your desire to have 5 dicks in a week. Like, you told that nigga.
Crazy.
Okay, but what does that matter to you? You think I'm emotional cheating, which doesn't exist, by the way.
It does exist.
Does not.
If you are emotionally connected with another person and I don't
How
know
do you
about
know I'm
it,
emotionally connected with another person? How do you know? Just because you
well, you
read some
wouldn't
that?
know, and that's the whole thing
That's my
about
point.
cheating because there's no conversation about it. But if there's a woman or a man and they are with each other having intimate conversations or intimate experience.
Dog, what the fuck is an intimate conversation? Break down an
Does
intimate
that mean y'all
conversation
talking
for
this
me. How did
close?
that
Are y'all
sound?
talking this?
Y'all mad close talking to.
It was just what we was talking about, and like it just felt so deep between us.
Sometimes I think people too.
Dog,
I
Sometimes I
resonated
think
with
people
what
are
you
so
said.
smart they dumb. Sometimes I think people are so smart they dumb, bro.
an intimate conversation and an intimate experience, but it's not sex. It's just.
If I have an intimate conversation with a woman, it's going to lead to sex. Like, there ain't gonna be no intimate conversation and then we're gonna go our separate ways. Like, that doesn't equate. Like,
Y'all just playing the fuck
I
around.
guess in man brain, like all of our intimate conversations, it should, like, we hoping
mhm,
in our
mhm.
brain, in our heart, that it's all, every smile is going to lead to like this moment where she like, you know what,
I think I'm gonna give you some.
I'm gonna give you some
Man,
ass.
niggas be like, she on her third laugh.
You
She
know
on her
what,
Yep,
third laugh, but
you done made me
yep,
smile seven
yep, yep.
times. Seven, that's my
I knew
lucky
when you
number.
walked in the door, I was gonna fuck you. Yep.
Intimate conversations and intimate experiences.
That
Yeah.
Experiences is a different thing because in law enforcement, right? What's your name, my guy?
okay.
I can say right here on camera.
yeah,
As soon as I fucking leave this, I'm gonna break Kenny's jaw and throw him down the steps.
yeah.
Right? Insane. Hold on, right?
Yes.
But I can't be charged because I said y'all got me saying it on camera. But until I make the overt act, I cannot be charged. So it doesn't matter what I say right
So you're
there.
saying because it
No,
can't be proved.
no, I ain't got nothing to prove. In order for me to be charged for conspiracy I gotta actually do it. I have to make the overt act. Now, if I get up and go grab his shirt, I set it on tape. I'm getting sued. Y'all gonna make a lot of money. I'm going to jail.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if I'm doing this, but not doing the overt act of seeing the person secretly or doing,
So
So I'm thinking the basic point is if you don't do the crime, you can't do the
Yeah,
time.
this is not Minority Report, right? You can't anticipate that I'm gonna do some shit just because you seen me do some shit. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you gonna prejudge me on what you anticipate? Oh, you touched my hand. He touched her hand the same way he touched mine. Oh, he laughing with her the same way he laughed with me. What if I just do this with all women?
I mean, but for a lot of guys, they do have the same approach. They don't have like a
a lot
variation
of
of
men are
it.
afraid of
Which is
marriage. These be a husband, correct?
Now, this is controversial. We had talked about this. This is Waka Flocka. And this is not an easy question to ask, but at the
So
same
what is
time, I got to figure out what's up with all of these hypothetical ass questions, though. Like, what's the purpose of a hypothetical question? Is it really to solve something? Or is it something, or are you gonna really like,
It,
or are you gonna make niggas mad at each other?
if I pigeonhole you into a position with this hypothetical, then I can either garner the response that I want from you, or I'm gonna just totally fuck you up because you just don't understand what I'm doing. But the way women frame these hypotheticals, right? It's it's poignant because it's pointing to a particular area that they want you to go down because they want to see if it's going to garner a particular response. So essentially, a hypothetical is really closer to a rhetorical because if you say yay, then you are this. If you say nay, then you are that. It's just a way for them to put you in different classes, really.
The point of a hypothetical is to isolate the variable of disagreement discussion. Using regular or realistic examples, there are often far too many factors that make it impossible to ever break down what it is that is actually being disagreed upon or argued about. So, no, hypothetical being unrealistic doesn't make it unreasonable because the purpose of a hypothetical is not to be realistic but to be a sort of vacuum situation that isolates the thing you are talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So where niggas get it, where we like super logical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And women know
And
that.
mhm.
Let's let her ask.
Yeah, give me a second. My fucking computer started to glitch up on me.
You know the Matrix.
At least once a day. All right, here she go.
Is, if I may ask, dating like for you now? Because I saw an episode where you said at the time you weren't prepared to be a husband, correct?
Nah, hell no, I wasn't. Now I know I wasn't.
Okay.
Nah, I wasn't.
No. Why do you say that? And how does one prepare to be a
Because I
husband?
wasn't who I am today. There's
Oh.
no way. Like Walker today can't. The old Walker cannot. Right. Like, phew, good luck. I swear to God, I hope you make it past 5 days.
Wow.
It's impossible. Like,
Wow.
it's just impossible. It's just.
So what does husband mean to you?
It sounds like a contract between two people in the government.
Yeah.
That's what that sounds like to me.
I feel like that's what marriage sounds like to me.
Yeah.
I think
Hold up.
Unpack that. Unpack that, big bro.
I gotta go to the etymology real quick.
Mm-hmm. I knew you would. Action of entering into wedlock. Matrimony, wedlock, also a union of a man and a woman for life by marriage, a particular matrimonial union. What is wedlock? Institution of marriage, state or condition of being married, Old English wedlock, pledge, giving marriage, vow from wed, plus lack, a noun suffix meaning actions, proceedings, practice. The elements is attested in about a dozen Old English compounds, such as pheoltic, warfare, but this seems to be the sole survivor. And the suffix has been altered, presumably by folk etymology through association with lock. Hmm. The meaning state or condition being married is recorded by C 1200 in wedlock, hence also out of wedlock, outside of the institution of marriage. Outside of the institution of. I'm done. I'm done.
So
Mm-mm-mm.
what is marriage?
Mm-mm-mm. I got a lock on
I
that.
think it's
Like, I
different.
got locked from that.
What you get?
No, I'm saying I got locked from that.
So yeah, like but once again, I would say like this for real, like to like I honestly don't know what love is till love happens.
Mm-hmm.
You can search for it, you can wish for it, you can look the part, you can dress the part, you can act the part, you can get veneers. Bitches get bitches get weaves, BBLs. Niggas get try to get taller, get the leg implants, facial features, Botox, vegan diets,
Ozempic.
Ozempic, all to be loved. And only God brings you into these spaces where you could find a woman or find a man that will lock with you. If you ain't locked in with a person, then you on a fucking podcast yapping for real,
Mm-hmm.
trying to figure it out,
Yeah,
trying
because
to.
in order for you to lock with that person, you have to have the key.
But people imagine in this world where people is casual dating, and the key is like it ain't even nobody got a key to the lock or the key. It's just imagine you gotta go to a house and you don't know where the key is at. You don't. It might open, it might close. It's just we live
You
in a
don't
chaotic world
you
where
don't have
you
the
need your.
keyhole or the location. You don't know the keyhole or the location.
You don't know what's going on. Imagine if you had to go home tonight and you ain't have your key and you ain't know where the lock was at, or you had a key but you ain't know where the. That's where people is when they don't find when you don't prioritize love,
Mm-hmm.
and people prioritize career, people prioritize family and all this type of shit, and it's like you ain't have to pray for that.
Mm-mm.
You ain't have to cry for that. You know what I'm saying? Bitch have you crying on your knees like, why she do me like this?
Mm-hmm. You ain't.
My heart broke, bro. My heart broke.
Got your homies saying, "Come on, bro, you can cry, you can let it out, gang."
Let it out, bro.
It's
Let
okay.
it
It's okay to be vulnerable. Let yourself be vulnerable. Just
Dang, it's
feel
always good
it.
to see, bro.
Just feel it.
but then you get a girl that looked the part, or you get a girl that act the part, but it ain't really love.
Mm-mm. She just got good practice.
Yeah, man. But then you got 51% of all marriages end in divorce.
Mm-hmm. It's even it's even higher in our community because it's something like 75% of melanated women are not even married.
So so are we talking about marriage or are we talking about something else? Because if 50% of marriages end in divorce, we can't even act like that's even something to strive for. If you took a test and you got 50% of those answers correct,
You
you would
failed.
you would fail.
Yeah, that's below a D, my nigga. Like that is a F.
That's a F.
Yeah, it was like having like a 1.5 GPA.
For
But I
real.
think I think we should highlight exactly what you just said. We are basically saying that the institution of marriage is a failure.
Right. Right. So what are we really looking for out of something? Like why would we be like, "Man, I hate that is every time it rain, it just fall on my head cuz my house ain't got no roof." That shit crazy. I hate the fact that my house ain't got no roof and every time it rain, the rain just falls straight on my head.
Trying to figure out how the fuck you got a house without a roof right now. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
But we ain't even trying to find a solution because we still trying to get married. We still trying to walk into the burning building and be like, well, the living room is over here. Well, ain't it burning down? Yeah, it's cool though. Like,
So
I'm telling you, you gonna find somebody, you might get married to her. What if she divorce you? What if he divorce like what if she divorce you? Are you prepared for that? Cause I'm gonna tell you what, most men ain't.
yeah, because 49% is a good shooting percentage if you shoot threes a lot. But what if 3-point shooting ain't your thing? Like 49%, bro. You said over 51% of them shits end in divorce. That means I got a 49, a little bit less than a 49 to 48% chance of this thing succeeding. Yeah, I'm not putting my time into that. I'm not even going to embark on that. Y'all can have that. Y'all can have that. Because you're talking about me giving my everything for 48%. What?
But this is why I'd be like, man, if niggas don't have a magical approach to everything, because the institution of marriage, no doubt, is a failure, and I don't even prescribe none of that. That shit is fake. But I believe in love and attraction and soulmates and like being like coming into this world to find your better half.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And just because a girl gave me some ass or just because a girl be like, "Oh, I love you," that don't mean that that was her or I was him to her. You know, you ever see a girl move on with another guy and that hurt your heart a little bit because
Mm-hmm.
that's just how it goes. Everybody ain't for everybody. You know, it's but you got somebody for yourself and that's what you should kind of fixate and focus on whether y'all married or whatever should be besides the point. You should know who you're dealing with at a spiritual level.
Yeah, absolutely. Because if it's not about a spiritual connection, then everything else is a facade, and that's going to run out. Right? The spiritual connection. Once the spirits connect, that's a lock. Right? But if the spirits don't connect and y'all just with each other on some aesthetic shit, oh, that's going to run out. Like post nut clarity, that's going to run out.
And let's just say for all sakes and purposes, even if y'all was together for years, when it finally don't work out, your ass knew that whole entire time. Am I lying, bro?
No, no, you were anticipating it not working out.
You knew it wasn't going to work out eventually. Yeah, we was
Mm-hmm.
together for 15 years, but yeah, all 15 of that shit you was faking it.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
y'all wasn't never even y'all was arguing or some weird shit going on. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
I think we got to get to a certain point where we'll be able to even identify this shit. Y'all niggas look like y'all motherfucking going to sleep. Is it shutdown time?
To be husband
Um,
and wife.
my thing today is like, if I can't see myself having a baby with you,
Nah, I'm
why would
Gucci
I
with
think
you,
about
bro.
having a baby?
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Why do I even think about going with you?
Mm.
I don't think that we should say we go with each other to figure each other out because we could hurt one another because a title is holding over our head.
Mm-hmm.
So if we have the skies to be the limit, we still learning this person. He's still figuring out, can I deal with this person?
Mm-hmm.
It feel better that way.
Mm.
So I learned the only way I'm dating is I'm trying to have kids, and I can literally see you as the mother of my kids. That's it.
Mm.
Marriage has no value to a human being coming on earth.
You think marriage has no value?
None compared to
Like the
having a kid.
covenant under God is marriage.
What the inserting of life is the covenant with God bigger than a ring?
It's definitely bigger than a ring.
That ball good.
You spin.
That
And
ball
then
good.
but thing about Waka Flocka too is like he said, he grew. His mindset developed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't get that. You don't get that at 17, 18. Like that.
yeah.
You got to come to that. You got to come to that point.
So is a kid better than a marriage?
That actually leads into the next question, right?
That's where it's leading up to. But I feel like if I feel like you're giving two different answers though.
Marriage.
What the inserting of life is the covenant with God bigger than a ring?
It's definitely bigger than a ring.
You brought another human that loves God in the world. What's better than that?
Okay, so I got to ask you this question because we were pretty viral. I don't know if you saw our clip.
Yeah.
Let's say, because to me, I feel like marriage is very different from being husband and wife. I feel like most people are trained and groomed to get married and have children. That's the way the world works. And somehow women feel like they're more valued. They feel like they're almost a better if you are a wife and a mother. Now, being husband and wife, biblically speaking, is completely different. The way that you show up in your relationship, how you show up for your partner, the things that you go through, and how you grow through the things that life throws at you is completely different than when you're just married. So that being said, scenario, you're on a boat in the middle of the ocean with your wife and your child, and it's still a young child. Both of them get lodged into the water.
My wife.
You're going to save your wife?
Hell yeah.
Why?
It's my wife.
Period. That's it.
I love my wife before I love my child. How the could I choose my child over something or someone that created you? Respectfully, I gotta make another one.
So what is
So I'm just kind of confused. I mean, I get the conversation, and they're trying to see what's more important, the child or the relationship, and if you relating the child to be the child of your wife, and they trying to like go in the difference between being married and being a wife and God and all of this type of shit. And my whole point is like, so like we talked about the hypotheticals, and you trying to get to the actual point of a conversation. So the point of this conversation is to choose what's more important to a man, his child or his wife.
As far as I'm concerned, that is a double negative question, and there is no right answer. Because I told you, like I told you earlier when we brought this up, bro. First thing I had to ask was, why is a baby on the boat in the first place? I'm just questioning you niggas' parenting skills. First off,
Mhm.
second, I am trying to understand why one would think that picking their woman would be okay. Because then what happens if she ends up resenting you because you lost a child? Because essentially, if you're the protector and the provider, you failed.
Mhm.
You failed. You didn't protect shit. You didn't provide a way for us to not be in this fucking boat with a 10-month-old fucking baby. Like, you ain't protect shit. How do I look at you with a reverence or any level of fucking respect if you decided to get rid of a life to protect a life? No, fuck that. We all going down together. We all going down together. You're not gonna make me pick my woman over my child. You're not gonna make me pick my child. No, we going down together. Sorry.
Yeah, because it just sounds like she just doing this. It's like if you heard it earlier, she was like, yeah, like if you seen our last video, it went viral.
Right.
So like she
Right.
not even trying to like some of the questions she was asking earlier, like, yeah, those are good questions. We got to understand things, but now this one is just like, okay.
And somebody in the chat pointed that out real poignantly. Waka has 0 children,
Yeah.
right? Talk to a nigga who got kids and say, oh, which one you gonna choose? Nigga?
He
I
goes,
could
especially
pick,
as my
I
son
could
got
pick, like
prodigy.
I said, I could pick my woman and she could still end up resenting me because I saved her. Now what?
Hey,
She's just
somebody
supposed to get over the fact. She's just supposed to get over the fact that she lost a kid and make another one, like it's a piece of paper or something that you could just throw away and just start over. Like the fuck? We are talking about a life.
It's just some shit to go viral, really, and it's like that's what's like that's where I feel like I like that's that's my problem with it because it's like, man, all right, let's just scale this shit back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Spiritual beings in a world of prosperity. All right, let's just strangle ourselves and see if we can survive for 30 seconds without no air in our brain. Like, let's just hypothetically like strangle ourselves. Like, just for instance, like, let's just jump off a cliff and like see if like our brains don't splat everywhere. Like, hypothetically, like,
I'm like those
I'm
weirdo.
good.
I'm like those weirdo girls. Like put me in the woods with the bear. You know what I'm saying? Just put me in the woods with the bear. How about all of y'all get on the boat together and I'll just go to the woods with the bear? How about that? The fuck?
Oh no.
Serpent, I got a serious question for you, man.
Let's go.
KKK will never be indicted.
Never.
Them niggas will never be. Them niggas will never get the RICO. Them niggas will never be considered terrorists. They just had a story about the two twins that just got hung in the mountains somewhere.
Georgia, yeah, somewhere.
They got shot and drug up there.
Yeah,
and they found a firefighter. They arrested somebody over there.
Yeah, firefighter allegedly, not even allegedly, he did. He took video. I think they found text messages bragging about it. So, and this hasn't even broke the news.
KKK will never be indicted.
Never.
Will the KKK ever get a RICO like the Rolling 60s Crips?
Fuck no. Fuck no. Because then all of those people would have to admit that they racist. Come on, when have you ever heard of a white person admit that they racist even though everybody know they racist? Like, nah, bro. That's not gonna fly. That's not gonna fly. Everybody will be in jail. Nah, that's not gonna fly. Listen, these niggas, what them niggas did to the Tuskegee Airmen, they gave all them niggas measles and all that other crap. Them niggas never got in. Nah, these niggas never get indicted, bro. That's a weird question to me. Like, nah,
It's weird, but I'm just thinking about how easy like they'll lock niggas up though, like
mm-hmm,
Big U and
mm-hmm,
like
mm-hmm.
all
They
of the
give
dudes, all of
they
the
get
big dudes that they locked up, they ain't really did no crimes.
they giving out
They're,
Ricos like candy right now.
yeah, because they ain't catching the niggas like with dirt on their hands, but niggas can't even be bosses for real. You know what I'm saying? They
Mm-hmm,
taking the bosses out, and it's like just because they the bosses, not
mm-hmm.
because the bosses like did some shit, you know. But it's just like it's just interesting because what does this mean in a space where like people like these people have been like terrorizers for real though, for a lack of better for the past like 4 years, all this drill rap and gang culture. Everybody was kill your mama, kill, 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 kill,
Mm-hmm.
kill, kill,
Mm-hmm.
right? It was crazy. Like it was just so much killing. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But now these niggas is like going to jail. Do you feel like it's right and exact? Or do you feel like this is like more of them being racist?
I absolutely feel like there is a unmistaken racial undertone to this because I'll bring up another one for you. They just indicted the Abercrombie and Fitch brothers. And how many people have talked about that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh. Niggas want to talk about Diddy and the baby oil. These niggas was drugging and smashing and killing, like, bro, Abercrombie and Fitch, bro. You know what I mean? People got Abercrombie and Fitch clothes in their crib. A lot. That's the parent company to Gap.
I could never fit none of that shit though. I would have.
You silly.
Nah, they stopped making it. They had like large is their biggest size on everything.
It's
Their
it's
biggest
it's
size was large.
it's them, the Gap and Banana Republic. They all together. That's all the same company. But these
Mhm.
niggas been doing this shit for like, I think their indictment came down from 2008, something like that. But how much have you heard about this in the news?
You telling me this shit? I hear about Elon Musk every day.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like the same thing, right? Remember they reignited the R. Kelly shit because they didn't want to talk about Harvey Weinstein? Remember that? They wanted us to relive the shit R. Kelly did 30 years ago versus what Harvey Weinstein was doing for 50 years. So yeah, it's the distraction, but also we have to keep traumatizing your ability to feel like you're important because we're gonna keep showing you these melanated people going to jail, but we not gonna highlight when these other people who we know been doing this shit for a while go to jail. Like this is swept so far under the rug. So far. The crazy part is I found out about this about 6, 7 months ago. And you see what that fucking John say, right? October 22nd, 2024.
Mm-hmm.
We in 2025 of March. Like,
Mm-hmm.
when did Puffy get indicted? That was like what, December, November, something like that?
Yeah, give or take.
So yeah, I totally think that it's a huge racial undertone. That's undeniable. But I still think them little niggas should go to jail, them drill niggas. Like I still think they should. I just don't think that they should be the first ones to go. Because who dropping off all these guns in Chicago, bro? Y'all don't have to explain that to me. Like, who dropping all these guns off? Because last time I checked, don't no niggas work for gun companies. Where all these guns coming from? Anybody ask that question? Like, just how don't no niggas own no boats to get the drugs over here, right? Where are all of these guns coming from? How is it that a 12, 13-year-old is running around with a switch with a stick on it? How is that possible? These niggas ain't got a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out, but these niggas got switches with sticks on it. Are those questions being asked?
Nah, I feel like, it's always going to be. I think one of the main things that they try to do is make sure that black men are worse off than better off.
Mm-hmm.
And however they got to do it, they can hyper masculinate. If they can hyper masculinate you, good. If they can hyper feminize you, good.
Some way, somehow, they're going to make you relive some sort of trauma. And 9 times out of 10, that trauma will be connected to you seeing people that look like you be demonized, castrated, and locked up. 9 times out of 10, it's the same old story.
And then you would see like the most successful dude in the hood, he'll get shot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that do psychologically to you? I ain't gonna get no money because I don't want to get shot.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I'm
Ricky.
subdue my energy.
Look, I'm going to stay away from going after illegal money, even though the country you lived in was built off of illegal money.
The whole system is illegal. How about that?
The whole system is illegal. You can't have part and parcel that's good and then part and parcel that's bad and say, oh, we just need to fix a couple things. No. You got to tear the whole fucking house down. Foundation is suspect. And the foundation been suspect, right? Like this shit was built around the Federal Reserve, bro. That's the next article, by the way. Shameless.
Talking about economics.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
And they printing money.
These niggas print money like the weather change. They print money because they feel like it.
Well, you gotta trust us.
You gotta trust this federal note. Absolutely. This note. That's what you gotta trust. This note. Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, to answer your question, bro, I definitely think it's racial. I think it's all of that. I think it's white supremacy at white supremacy at its best, at its finest. This is like one of their finest hours because not only was they able to get the hell Hitler niggas in there, but they also giving out these Ricos like candy.
But they not doing Ricos for the mafia. Hold on, let's break this down.
You ain't never seen the mob niggas really go to jail, right? We want to really talk about it. The mob niggas took illegal money and built all of Las Vegas. You ain't never seen none of them real niggas go to jail. They changed them niggas' names and moved them to another state.
The Racketeer Influence Corrupt Organization Act, enacted in the 1970 of the Organized Crime Control Act, was designed to combat organized crime and its infiltration of legitimate businesses, particularly targeting the mafia and other mobsters.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
They got you knowing about the Black Mafia family, Big Meech and them, but you don't know nothing about Meyer Linsky and them boys. You don't know nothing about them boys that Whitey Bulger told on so he could get out. You don't know about none of these people because they highlight a particular mafia, and it ain't even the mafia that was the reason why they created the whole RICO in the first place. It's a different mafia. Like the RICO was created for the Italian mob. Like this was because they wanted Al Capone and them boys. Remember, the only thing they could get Capone on was tax evasion. They couldn't even get him for the crime that they wanted to get him for, so they had to get him on something else.
That nigga would be literally on the island somewhere chilling. He
Just the fact that Las Vegas still stands tells you everything that you need to know. That was illegal money.
The whole system is illegal.
The whole system, bro. The fact that we pay taxes is illegal. It's not only illegal, it's un-American. Like it don't even make sense. The niggas that formulated the shit wasn't even American.
In law, a legal fiction is an assumption or statement that, while not factually true, is accepted by a court to allow a rule to operate or be applied in a way that differs from its original purpose
Purpose.
without altering the
The
literal
literal
meaning of
meaning.
the law.
Mm-hmm. And somebody just put in the chat just the confirmation. They made gambling legal just so they would be okay.
That's what we just read. Sound like a hypothetical question.
Yeah, like they just legalized all gambling. So I mean, you know, hence Luka Doncic going to the Lakers for fucking nobody. Like, come on, Anthony Davis is okay, but come on, bro. This dude is,
When you say
dude
that,
is like the second best player in the league, and he got traded for a box of crayons.
people look at you crazy when you tell them this is more than about money. Like, what?
This shit is about power and control. The money is
Yeah.
fake. The money is
Yeah.
fake. This shit is all power and control.
Money is army and guns
Mm-hmm.
and security. And
The
I
guns and butter?
fuck your ass. I will fuck your ass up.
Mm-hmm.
That's money.
That's money.
The guns and butter.
Guns and butter, nigga. That's the guns and butter.
Everything else, nigga, come take your shit right now. What
Right
the fuck
now.
you gonna do?
All I gotta do is put that government jacket on and you gonna give it up.
Or else my boys is coming with them things.
With them things. You don't want me to send the black ops out. You won't even see them coming. Like you won't even see them coming.
Nah, it ain't nothing for them to fuck your ass up.
Nothing. Like they could pluck every single one of us off right now if they wanted to.
If they want to, bro. It ain't shit.
All the money they spend on defense, like all the money they spend on the military, is you crazy? These niggas got shit that can turn invisible while hanging in the sky and shoot you while it's invisible. Like, you know what a cloak is? Oh yeah. These niggas got cloaking technology. That should be standing right next to you and you won't even know it's there. These niggas are starting to release. These niggas are starting to release artificial animals into the wild. Yeah, you got big cats and cheetahs and all kinds of crazy shit rolling around out there. Shit don't even eat. It's just sitting out there. And a nigga sitting by a computer that could just press the button and be like, yeah, take it all down.
That's why it's like, man, you gotta
how many
believe.
circles
You gotta
they
believe.
said? You know how many circles they said that the mob was the ones responsible for Kennedy's shit? Like, we could go real crazy on that, bro. They will never go after the real mob because the mob is part of the control.
But the mob come from Mussolini in Italy.
Mm-hmm.
like he was the anti. They was like the anti-heroes to whatever Mussolini had going on, and so our government gave them all types of shit to fight against Mussolini in Italy, overthrow that shit. So Italy, everywhere is low key America because America just can't help its motherfucking self. It
Just
have
can't.
to get inside of some shit and fuck with it,
Hmm.
right? It can't just let shit be, right? So at a certain point, yeah, the mob come over here and we think that the mob is the mob, but the mob is America, nigga.
Period. 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 Listen, they
It's just
have
a
niggas
part of America that you don't want to be like associate with America. Be like, oh yeah, that's the mafia, but the government okayed
like,
all.
bro. Think a dude was breaking this shit down the other day. I saw on Twitter, and I never really even thought about it. But think about the um um. I pray to the republic for which it stands. What's that shit called?
Like,
Um, yeah, the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag and the republic. That's two different things. That's two different things, bro. To the flag and the republic. So the flag is the United States and the republic is something else. That's DC, ain't it? A whole nother entity within an entity, bro. Come on, bro. These niggas be playing games, bro. These niggas be playing games.
My thing is, man, niggas better just stop fucking around, acting like this shit, this shit won't be what they want this shit to be.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is like, yeah, right now you can have an email list, you can work 15 hours a day on your business. You could invest in crypto. You could do so much to empower yourself. Yeah, you're gonna be shooting this shit. You're gonna be just like, yeah, just chilling with the guys. My kids ask me, like, why you don't have friends, Dad? So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just be sitting and talking to a nigga all day.
Yo, are you hip to the ball K Camp?
Uh-uh.
The big the rapper slash Bitcoin
Oh, I
millionaire
gotta
nigga.
I gotta cut that bitch off. Is that
Yo,
yeah.
yo, this
he
nigga
just
is
barely appeared again with a
this
whole
nigga
album.
is doing he is doing the do, bro. And you don't hear nothing about niggas like that. You know what I'm
Mm-mm.
saying?
Crazy.
But yeah, this is that
It,
shit
it's
is
a
it's all Mussolini. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
it's a lot of niggas that chameleonaire. It's a lot of Slim Thug. It's a lot of good, helpful black people, but this goes to what we started off talking about earlier too. When it's some negative shit, black people will spend millions of dollars in it. But if it's
Mm-hmm.
some positive shit, they like, oh man, you weird, you lame, you corny, you this, you that, you know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
if
Look
niggas was
at
selling, if we was talking about Coca Cola and frying fish, niggas would be all ears.
yeah, look how many niggas was upset at 50 Cent because of Big Meech. What? Like niggas really care about Big Meech, bro. Like, how are you a grown ass man and you care about Big Meech, bro?
What did boy Mike Ryan Jr. say? Put a little laugh, send me for another grown man.
Yeah, niggas is weird, bro.
He'd
Like
be
niggas care about shit that don't care about you. That is weird to me.
Yeah, man. I will say this though, man. Like I won't waste no time. Like you can really like you can really play with this shit, man, with all of these planets aligning in Pisces and all of this shit. Like you really gotta figure, like niggas be acting like you gotta sign up to some shit so you could like deal with the energy. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
dog, God don't want you to sign up for shit.
You could
You
do that
feel
shit
me?
from your bed, bro.
You
Like
hear me, man?
you could do that
God
shit from your
will
bed.
God will meet you where you at, bro. You don't
That's a fact.
gotta, bro.
Just
You just gotta
acknowledge. Just acknowledge it.
acknowledge, bro.
That's a
Develop
fact.
a develop some personal relationship with the spiritual forces. A chick came up to me just on some shit. She was like, "You believe in spirits?" And she
Oh
just
my
get
god.
into like they evil and this, that, and the third. And by the time I got finished telling her, I was like, man, I use it. I don't. I respect all spirits. I give all spirits love and respect and honor
Mm-hmm.
because I can't judge a spirit. This is his house. She like, yeah, he's old, he's evil. And by the time I had this girl crying because she was like, damn, I was just so afraid. And you just, what you said just brought so much peace in my heart. So I'm like, you live in a world, thanks to these spirits, Goofy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't live independent of a spirit. It's a spirit keeping your car together right now. It's a
Right
spirit
now.
bringing you money right now. It's spirits all in your life right now. You don't even know. It's called the Loa in,
Mm-hmm.
in voodoo theory. But what I'm saying is like, bro, we gotta have real conversations and have a real understanding of what this shit is going down and what's happening because like you can do the you can either do this magic shit and get serious about it,
Mm-hmm.
or you'll just be thinking that you gotta sign up for some shit to do some magic. And it's like God don't want you to sign up for nothing. You know what I'm
Yeah. I
saying?
don't remember the last time I saw God say, not on a piece of paper, nigga. See his signature in nature, but not on a piece of paper, nigga. Like, what? You're not getting nothing in the mail from the homie. Like, the big homie is right here. You want to talk to him? Go inside, holla at him. But that's like when they have these catchphrases, or rather, they have MK Ultra phrase words. They automatically, once they say it, it makes people push it away, right? Conspiracy theory, demonic. You tell a nigga anything is demonic, they leaving that alone, right? But a demon is just a genius that's a lost soul, right? It hasn't been set free. So like once you understand that, and the only things they call demonic are the things that really are connected to you and are part of your being, your work, like it, those things come from your DNA. Like those things are ancestors and ancestors and ancestors. And it's like I can't denounce anything that's demonic because something had to make that thing demonic if it's such a bad thing. So
And
I'm
now, and what part of the story am I at? Can I change this story to be a good
word,
ending?
Mhm.
word. I thought I was the sole controller. Yeah, that's a fact,
Like,
What's
bro.
it saying? The grass ain't green on the other side.
The grass is
what?
green right where the fuck you at.
Yeah, and that be shit. That shit just so real. Going back to like, I tell my son, like, man, you got everything to be grateful for, but you don't recognize it or see it because you just want more, and you
Hmm.
can't have more. You already got everything. You got your health, you got your life, you got your brain, you got God. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like,
You got
yo,
parents that actually care. Like,
right, you got it. You just gotta figure out what you want to do with yourself. But it's hard to tell that to people, even adults, when they just fixated and focused on everything besides the spiritual within themselves and learning how to transmute the emotional plane to get to a space of like, all right, this is where I'm at, this is what I gotta do. And it's easy because it ain't like rocket science. You
Mm-mm.
just gotta show up every day and do what you need to do in that 24-hour time period.
That's it.
You ain't gonna do everything.
No, there is another day.
And you tomorrow you gonna continue on what you built on yesterday. But you did today the best that you could do. You go to sleep. You signed up for MailChimp. Cool. You don't got 100 email subscribers today, but at least you signed up for MailChimp and now you about to put a pop-up on your website tomorrow. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Now you putting marketing campaigns out there. Now people hitting up your website. Like, it can
Yeah.
happen. People was like, I had a website for 2 years. I'm just now getting traction. You didn't give up for 2 years. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Most
that's
niggas
the way
gave
you
up
look at it.
in 2 days.
Mm-hmm. That's that glass half full, half empty theory. You know what I'm saying? It's very easy to say I ain't make such and such and such in this amount of time. I would say, shit, you already win because in the first 16 months, 90% of businesses fail.
Mm-hmm.
So if you made it past that threshold, you are winning.
You're playing with house money.
Mm-hmm.
But like, once again, it was like,
I love
what do you
small victories. I love, not to cut your words, but I love small victories, building up small victories as opposed to one big victory. And then when I don't get that one big victory, it's the end of the world. You know what I'm saying?
but where's you headed to? Like, all right, we doing the small victories, but what is the goal? And how clear is you on that goal? Because them small victories will be clear indications that you're going to reach your big goal. And if you
Absolutely.
can achieve those small victories, that's all the fuck you can do.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course, like,
If you look back and you in a better place than you were yesterday, and then you do that again tomorrow, you in a better place than you were, like that means you're progressing.
1% better every day.
Yeah, I think you're
Wow.
going in the right direction. Those are additional points. Those are not subtracting points.
words to live by, man.
Well, we went
Words to
deep
live
tonight.
by.
We went
Yeah,
deep tonight.
we was deep.
I gotta get up out of here. It's time for me to go home.
Yeah, man. I'm about to lay it down myself, bro. Give niggas the mathematics before we get up out of here. Piece of the
Flame
tribe,
on
piece of the
shop.
collective.
FlameOnShop.com. Journey to the Being in stores right now. Come and check us out. We'll see y'all on the flip side real soon.
Ashe.
Y'all have a good night. Peace to the